So I own a cafe. Actually, I own 3 cafes, but this is one of them. And 2 to 3 days a week, I work in my cafes. Now, what I actually find so funny is when I first started this TikTok page, I never worked in my cafes, and it was like part of my shtick. I was like, hi, I'm a cafe owner. I own 2 cafes, because that was before I opened my 3rd. And I do not work in my own stores. Now, back then, I actually lived in Melbourne. So basically, my cafes are based in Brisbane, which is in Queensland, Australia. And I had moved to Melbourne, Australia, which is in Victoria, and about 20 hours driving away. I say that like I would do the drive. I drove twice. I drove down to move there, and I drove back to move back up. But it's a 2.5 hour flight. It's quite far away. There is no way you can commute that. But anyway, it was like my whole thing. I was like, I own cafes, but I was working in other people's cafes. Funny story, I actually moved to Melbourne for career progression in the field that I actually went to uni for, which is like comms, marketing, PR. And I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do with the whole cafe thing. After a while, we were living down there, and both my partner and I stopped working in corporate. And so we were both working hospitality jobs down there. And that's when we decided, stuff it, why don't we send it and open another business back home in Queensland? So we came up to Brisbane to open another business, planning to go back to Melbourne once it was established, because we were just having so much fun there, living with our friends, working our casual jobs, just being young people. But then once we were here, we decided to just send it. So we flew back to Melbourne, packed up the car, and moved home. And I have to say, it has brought me so much peace. I am so glad we moved home, and I am so happy with where my life and my career has gone. We own 3 amazing cafes, all within 5 to 10 minutes of each other. My partner works a different job, but I work a couple of days a week in the cafes, which not only keeps me a bit more connected to the staff and the customers and everything that's going on, but it also allows me to be so much more creative and focus on the fun stuff of owning a cafe, like the specials and the design, which I found was the stuff I wasn't really getting to do when I was living so far away. But there's pros and cons to every situation. Anyway, all that to say, if you're new around here, my name is Ruby. I am a cafe owner. I have run my cafes fully staffed, taking a wage from them without working in store. And I have also owner operated. So if you want to open a cafe one day and you're not sure which way you want to take it, then my page is definitely for you, because I talk about everything. From working in store by yourself every day or being quite hands off, I feel like I have a unique perspective on it. Anyway, that's all for today. Thank you for spending the day with me. Love you. Bye.